and heading, well, we were heading for a high of 20 degrees, so I think we've surpassed that very well. Thursday, November 21st, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and coming up right after this, yes, we're going to be talking to Howie from number 8 Wireless, right here from New Zealand.
Galaxy 107 FM.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. For those of you that are following us live on Facebook, got to welcome you guys along. I am elated today, believe me. We're talking to a Kiwi. Now, you're down in Wellington right now, is that right, Howie?
Yeah. It's not 20 degrees down here.
Well, at least it's not snowing, is it?
No. Sunny, but windy about 6 at the moment.
Yeah, believe me, I've been talking to a few Canadians. They've been letting me know how cold it is over there. I am so glad that I'm not there right now. I've got to be straight up with you. But we're talking about number 8 Wireless. Now, Howie, how did you come to the name of this?
Adam, sorry?
How did you come to the name of the band?
Oh no. It's taken to get the wireless. We went through different operations of it. It was just an absolute. But Gregor came up with the number 8 wireless, and that stuck. Mm-hmm. We spent a lot of time. You come up with a name, and then you'll go on the internet and search for it, and some other bloody band's got it. And it was a source of great frustration for quite some time.
I fully understand that. I really, really do, because believe me, I speak to a lot of bands and they struggle to come up with something innovative, if you know what I mean. But putting the good old number 8 wire in the thing, that's very Kiwi, isn't it?
Yeah, that was the whole idea, which was good, and we searched for it and we couldn't find anybody else for that, so we're quite happy about that.
I like it. I really, really do. Now, since we've been playing you, and believe me, we've been playing you for, a couple of weeks now, and our listeners have been getting really, really anticipating the interview, because we have been saying you are going to be interviewed. Now, you were talking about Gregor. That's Gregor Allen. He's the vocalist. Of course, yourself, you're the bass player.
Bass player / guitarist.
Excuse me. Do you have a cold right now? I'm kind of struggling with the fact of how do you play both at once?
No, not at once. So basically, whoever writes the music is generally written on guitar. And so halfway through the sweat, we'll swap over. Me and Seb, he'll play bass and I'll play guitar.
I noticed this, two bass players, 2 guitarists swapping over, and of course we're talking about Seb Bishop. But I've got to commend you. I think some of the best drummers in the world can be female.
Yeah.
And of course you've got Emily Martin working the skins for you. Now, are you all from Wellington? I kind of got a feeling that you might be down from a little lower in New Zealand.
Yeah, grew up in Alexandra, born in Dunedin, so mainlanders.
Well, don't worry, Howie. I actually went to Otago University. I did my radio career there, and straight out of university, straight up to Auckland, working for a pretty major radio station up there, and been doing that stuff ever since. But at the same time, have been a front of house engineer, also working for studios around the country. Area 51, for instance.
Yep,
did work there, and of course a number of others in Auckland as well. So believe me, I know all about what it's like to put a composition together and get it down right and work on it. Now, where did you get your work done?
The recording?
Yeah, where did you get that done? Did you record it yourself, or did you go into a studio?
We went over. So when we made the final of the Battle of the Bands, we met up with Steve James, who is an English producer. He lives over there in Brisbane, he invited us to come over. We obviously didn't win, so part of the winning of the part of the prize was you got a single made with James, with Steve, and so we didn't win. But he said, "Come on over." Gregor's got his father lives over there. He goes away. We could use his house, so we went over for 6 days, recorded the 5 songs, and yeah, it was great. Really enjoyed that.
Now that was with Red Engine Studios, wasn't it?
Yeah, Andrew Cochran is his name, who runs the.
Okay.
It's his studio. Oh, sorry, hang on. Where am I?
I move, Penny.
Yeah, Andrew Cochran from the Satellite Spies.
All right. Yeah, Billy. Now I know Andrew. I really do. I worked with them way back in the day here in New Zealand when they used to do clubs and pubs.
Yeah, I thought you might be still interested because he's he does his country music now. So
That is so not him.
he's right into it. He records it. He produces it. It's quite a surprise, really.
Believe me, that is not what I would ever expect to hear about that man. Believe me, I thought he was going to be a hardcore forever and a day, especially Diamonds in China and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, country music, interesting. I'll have to get hold of him and give him a bit of stick. But having said that, of course, there's nothing wrong with a bit of country. Of course, we promote a bit of that here at Galaxy as well. So it fit right in. Now, I want to talk to you about Magnetic U because, believe me, we haven't put those up pretty much in any particular order except for the last one, which you are getting a huge amount of requests for. So tell me about the lyrics of Magnetic U. How did you come to this?
Well, we really need Gregor here to tell you about the lyrics because he writes all the words. We just make the music and we let him do his thing. Just basically boy meets girl, boy chases after girl. Pretty standard sort of stuff, really.
Fair enough too, and believe me, it does happen. Strangely enough, it does happen. It'll happen to you one day. Just keep your fingers crossed. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, live with number 8 Wireless. Here's Magnetic U. Barbara, it's hot in here.
It's getting there.
It really is. Gosh, my voice sounds like shit. Sorry, bro, my voice sounds like shit this morning. How
It's
are you
okay,
feeling?
Grant.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I was getting a bit of an echo there. Was there a bit of a problem there, or you managed to turn it down?
We tried to turn it down, but I always look like this. Yeah, I've got our engineers having a look at it at the moment. They have been trying to figure this.
Hi, Enid. Hi, Move. Hi, Terry.
Yeah,
Hi, Nick.
usually when we're on air, it sort of expands itself too much, which really is a pain in the proverbial.
Move. Grant doesn't know it yet, but we'll see you during the breakfast show to release your song if you're available.
Move Penny.
Tomorrow.
Awesome. Really? Tomorrow?
Yes.
This is the one with his daughter, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Is she going to be joining us
I
as
don't
well?
know. We'll work it out later.
Yeah. Hey, Murph, welcome back.
Oh, look, here he goes.
Yep.
Glug, 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 glug. Sorry.
You need to be hydrated when you talk to me, that's for sure. So, bro, what made you move to Wellington?
Not much good on answering questions, but I'll do my best.
No, you're all good, my bro. You're all good.
Now, I can't hear him when he talks.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's what's the problem.
How's that?
I don't know, he hasn't talked.
She hasn't said anything then.
Oh.
No, exactly. So, this is interesting to me. Hard rock, catchy pop, and a solid dose of reggae and funk.
Yeah.
How did you come to that?
Well, yeah, that comes from having two different guitarists, really.
Exactly, yeah, I thought so too.
Now I can hardly hear him.
I tend to write a lot of the hard rock sort of bogan stuff and the ballads, funnily enough, and then and I like a bit of funk music, and Deb likes a bit of funk music, and he chucks in his bit of dirty rock in there as well, so we get a good bit of variety going on.
Yeah, well, that shows diversity, my bro, and that's what I like about bands is they don't stay in a box. They like to think out of the box and play that way.
It just makes it hard for when people say, oh, so what does it sound like, or
Yeah.
What style do you have? And it's like, oh,
Let's go back to the desk, bro.
where do we start?
Yeah.
Assassins just for you. I'll take the bullet for you.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 20 after 11 o'clock, 25 degrees downtown. Not bad. That's quite reasonable, really. Thursday, November 21st. Not bad for this time of the year, actually. And, well, I'm talking to Howie from the band Number 8 Wireless. Absolute pleasure to talk to you, Howie. And maybe the next time we meet up, because I would love to be able to play all of your music as you come through. Let me pass it on to, well, you know, if you can pass it on to Barbara, we'd love to be able to continue following you guys and your musical career. Now, you won Battle of the Bands. What was, well, you come in second. What was it like to compete?
Well, we came in third, mate. There was 3 bands from Wellington that made the final.
Okay.
And we got sent up to Auckland, didn't place.
Well, you know, that happens, but at the same time, nice to know that there's a bit of Wellington talent out there and getting their names across however they can. Now, unfortunately, you've landed in our file and went, hey, listen, would you like to promote us? I feel sorry for you, really, I do, because you won't want to do this again, but we would...
No, we really need to do it again. The rest of the band is the problem.
Exactly, and we'd love to meet, of course, Gregor. Very interesting name. Not very many people carry that name these days.
No, and he doesn't sound particularly European, so...
Yeah, no, I can't really see him without a helmet with horns in it or something like that.
No, I'm the one with the hair and the beard, so...
Nice.
I'm the Viking in the band.
Nice. Well, I tell you what, I kind of... I got a bit of that as well, you know what I mean? And somebody kind of, put that there as well. Seb Bishop, now tell me a little bit about Seb, because you guys seem to work intimately, but at the same time contrasting to each other as well, making your ultimate sounds that the band produces. How did he come into the picture?
So me and Seb have been together for quite a while, which is quite surprising, really. I started a band called the Lotus Eaters way back in the day, and as you do with bands, you go through several guitarists and several drummers, and he turned up and he stuck around, and it's been really cool. We get along and enjoy each other's company and make some good music together, which is really cool.
Nice. Now I do remember the Lotus Eaters. I got to be honest with you. I really do. In fact, somewhere down in the memory banks, I went to go and have a look at you guys back in the day. I think it was a pub gig, if I remember right. But I do remember that. I really, really do. And can't remember much on from there. So it must have been a damn good night.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah.
So when we were the Lotus Eaters, we lost our singer, so we're looking around for a new vocalist, and Seb put an ad in Gumtree, of all places. We had one person reply, and that was Gregor. He picked up looking like a Bible salesman, but he's been with us since.
Yeah.
We started playing Lotus Eater songs, and then figured, well, should we write our own new music? And away it went.
Yeah, absolutely. And believe me, originals is where it's at. It really, really is. That's what we're interested in. Anybody can do a cover. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's actually doing a very good song and getting that out to the world. That is more important, literally. Now, at the same time, I hope you didn't give Zeb the job, Gregor the job straight away. Did you tell him that you were spoilt for choice and we'll put you on the list?
No. It was like he walked in the door with a big grin on his face, and it was like, oh, yep, this guy looks the business, and happy days. He was.
You know, that's really not what a reader's about. We kind of like to tow people on for a few hours first. You know what I mean?
Well, we didn't have any other options, was the thing.
That's okay. He wouldn't have gone anywhere. He really wouldn't. But always a bit of fun. When you get a new guy in, you've always got to give him the initiation, and you know, a little bit of quirkiness at the same time never goes astray, does it?
String him along for a bit, you reckon?
Yeah, exactly. And believe me, we would love to be able to keep in touch with you guys a little later down the track, because we are looking at bringing bands into the country and trying. This is all for the reason of getting bands like yourself here in New Zealand on some good stages in front of some good crowds. So down the line, I'm sure Barbara's going to be getting in touch with you and saying, hey, listen, we've got a band coming into the country. Do you want some work? Are you up for that?
Yeah, cool. Yep.
Great. And it really doesn't sound like Paul Marshall is going to be producing the same sound he used to be producing. So we might just skip the line a little bit and put number 8 wireless in there instead. What do you reckon, Barbara?
Okay.
Yeah. Paul will understand. He really, really will. Now,
I had a sneak peek of some of Paul's new stuff. Actually, it was quite good, quite catchy.
Yeah, look, we absolutely love Paul, and of course we like Hangar 18 as well. They're a great bunch of guys. Just that I was rather shocked when you told me the news before about Andrew and Paul, so we won't push that too much further. But having said that, really, I always looked at Paul and Andrew like one was the mad scientist and the other one was sort of like Mini-Me, just a bigger version of it. So that's a good segue into the song, Mini-Me. Tell me all about it.
What can I say about Mini-Me? It's a catchy little number. It was I think we've recorded that song about 3 or 4 times before we finally got to Paul's version, and we weren't quite happy with them with Steve's version. And what Steve James did to it is just magic. Just brings it all out, makes it all clear. Really happy with how that one came out.
You know, I absolutely am impressed. I really, really am. So right here at Galaxy 107 FM, New Zealand band coming out of Wellington, number 8 wireless. Here's Mini-Me. How you feeling there, my bro?
Struggle my way through.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, at the same time, I'm going to ask you how we get hold of you. A lot of fans always ask, how did we get hold of you? Are you on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, stuff like that? But more importantly, do you respond? Because that's your modern day database these days, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all a bit of a popularity contest.
Kind of is. It kind of is, yeah. But, you know, the more popular you get, the more tickets you get to sell.
Yeah.
And we're all about trying to make you popular, my friend.
Yeah, you've done a great job.
Because, believe me, at the same time, It's all about trying to get people to buy your products, your music, whether you have merch, stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's not easy being an artist. You need to make a little bit of financial comeback, and that's where we try to direct people.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that better? Yeah. Okay. So I had to turn your volume down a little bit because of the feedback thing I was being told. So when I come off, you sound really, really low, so I'm going to turn you back up again.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've got old timers, I forget.
You've got what?
Old timers.
Yeah,
On
we
the
know.
radio?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
you're...
No, I just forget stuff. Yeah, I
Dear.
really do. I really do.
Yeah.
The girls here keep reminding me that I'm supposed to do stuff, and do you think I remember? Hell no. I don't. I really don't.
You
Well,
don't want
Good.
oh, please excuse me.
You're
I hope this goes viral in one way and not in another. I don't want you to come down with my cold.
I don't think I'm going to catch it through Skype, so I think I'm alright.
I'm still waiting for smell-o-vision. So imagine how dangerous it could be if you could actually catch a cold through the internet. My God, I'd be lethal.
Makes it, yeah, brings a whole new meaning to the word virus, really, doesn't it?
It does. I tell you what, it makes you think out of the box, that one.
I like his guitars in the background.
Yeah, I know. I was going to talk to him about his tools in the background.
Yeah.
And I also want to talk to you about your influences like Lou Reed and the Specials, David Bowie, Hot Chilies, and of course Hendrix. By the way, did you know Jimi Hendrix is dead? True.
27, wasn't it? Part of the 27 club.
Something like that. Anyway, let's go back to the desk. I was shocked when I found that out.
What?
Jimi Hendrix, he's dead. Of course, we were talking about that with Steve Bunch, weren't we?
Yeah, we will.
That's right, it is 28 away from 12 o'clock, 24 degrees downtown. We've dropped a degree, but, you know, we'll take it. Absolutely stunning day outside, it really, really is. Thursday, November 21st, and welcome to Wellington. We're going there live right now, talking to Howie from the Number 8 Wireless. What a great band these guys are. Of course, just playing Mini-Me. Now, at the same time, my friend, I want to talk to you about all your gear back there. That's a lot to fit in the boot.
Yeah, we live up 67 well, so it makes life fun getting out.
You know, I'm kind of looking at a sort of small box truck to get that around, but believe me, I think it would be a great asset to be able to have you guys on stage with exercising all of that.
Yeah, certainly don't do enough. Unfortunately, today we've just had one of our gigs cancelled. It was going to be a Friday the 13th gig, round many, but that's been pulled, unfortunately, due to musicians once again. So we lost a bass player for the Bushface Monkeys. Their bass player's left, so they've pulled the gig, unfortunately.
Oh, that's a shame. Well, I tell you what, we are looking at bringing a couple of bands into the country very early next year. I think about March, was it? It was about March that we were looking at doing a gig, possibly something like Autograph and another couple of bands from overseas at the same time. Now, we would like to be able to see if we can get you on stage as well and expose your work there. Would you be interested in that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice, nice. Well, keep in touch with Barbara because she's the manager of Aurora Entertainment, and believe me, she's got a finger on the pulse of everybody around the world that's looking at doing concerts, everything like that. So let's work on that one. And now, at the same time, we've got a young man coming into the country next year as well by the name of Callum Syed. Yeah, maybe there's an idea too. Get you to work with that guy. A bit of a blues player, but lots and lots of fun. He's a huge laugh, and I mean that in more ways than one. He's a very big man, but believe me, he is such a wonderful man and a great entertainer. Maybe we could hook you guys up together and do maybe about 4 or 5 here in New Zealand, and we'll talk about doing something in Australia as well.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Nice.
Definitely.
Nice. Now, how do we get hold of you? I know the fans are asking this straight away. They want to be able to find you in places like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Are you there?
Yep. We're all on all of those. The easiest way is number8wireless.band.
There you go. And do you have
a website address, and that's got all the links to the Facebook, the Instagram, the Twitter, and just makes it easier if it's all in one place.
Yeah, absolutely. I fully agree. Now, at the same time, do you have a merch store there?
No, not yet. I've made one T-shirt.
Yay! There you go. It's a start. We can move on from there. But believe me, fans do like to be able to get on board. Now, are you on Spotify, iTunes, stuff like that as well? Can we buy your music off there?
Yeah, yep. It's all on Spotify. That was our big one that we hooked onto. We sort of had a bit of a failure in when we released it. We went to release all the music and realised we hadn't got everything ready. So we tried to pull it before the release date, but because Spotify sort of works at about a 3-day lag time, it got released. And then it got pulled, and then when we released it again, because we'd already released it the first time, we didn't get on all the Spotify playlists and all the artists, blah, blah, blah. So we sort of shot ourselves in the foot there a bit, unfortunately. But it's up there now, and we've got over 1,000 streams on Magnetic U, so we're quite happy with that.
Nice.
It's going quite well. It's about 750 odd views at the moment, so...
Nice. You might actually make $10.
Hey, yeah. You know?
Yeah, I know. Believe me.
I sell my computer, could make another 10.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but at the same time, of course, these days the internet people and the phone people, all the communications people, they're the ones that are making all the money. And we try to get as many people to get online, go and have a look at these guys, download them, pay for it. Go and buy the music. They're not rich. It's not easy to do this. So come on, guys. Get behind them. Now, your influences are Lou Reed, The Specials, David Bowie, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and Jimi Hendrix. That's quite an eclectic lot. Is that your own choices or the whole band's collectively?
Yeah, that's the band collectively. But pretty much we're all into that similar sort of stuff. Me especially, Jimi Hendrix. Growing up, I always wanted to be a guitarist, so he was a big influence on me. And Chili Peppers, love the Chili Peppers. Seb and I both love the Chili Peppers. So that comes through in our sort of music and a funky rock sort of stuff. Yeah.
I fully get it. I really, really do, and I can hear it in what's being produced from you guys at the moment. Now, we only have 3 songs of you guys here at the moment. I do know there's a couple more somewhere, either in the pipeline or about to be produced or something like that we should have. So basically I'm saying, how about sending us the finished articles when you do get there, and we can come back again, have another chat about those as well, and possibly this time bring the rest of the crew there.
Yeah, that'd be good. We got those. The other 2 songs are on Spotify. So all we have to do is we'll send you the good versions, and you can play those to your heart's content as well.
Nice, nice. Because believe me, you are getting quite a following here at Galaxy, and since we've been playing you what now, a couple of weeks, Barbara? Yeah, about 3 weeks. Yeah, and at the moment, I'm being told in my ear, 1,700 requests.
Hey, cool.
1,722 apparently, all told, since we started playing you.
Awesome.
So, we are getting you out there, we are global, we have an audience around the world, and they're looking for specifically, I feel, a bit of Kiwi content, and I'm really, really proud to be able to introduce you to the world and say, number 8 Wireless, Snapshot is the number 1 requested song for you guys. Tell me all about it.
Well, that's quite funny, because it was... When we talked to Steve initially, it was one that he said, you have to record this song. And it was a bit of a ballad, and we're like, no, we don't want to do a ballad, we want to do something hard out or something funky. But he was saying, no, he insisted that we do this song. And, we were sort of umming and ahhing, but, he was the producer, so we let him do it. And, yeah, it came out really well. He said, this is a song for the ladies. The ladies are going to love it. And boom, there you go. He knows what he's talking about.
Well, I think he does, because I've just been told in my ear too that, yes, predominantly a lot of the people that have been requesting it are of the gender female. Yeah, the ladies are getting involved, and believe me, I'm really, really happy about that. So, let's go live. Here's Howie, number 8 Wireless and Snapshot, right here at Galaxy.
Bus pulls away. Dust cloud primes the air.
How you feeling, my bro? Hold on, let me just... That speaker's gone. Hold on. Can you say something again, bro?
There you go, that's better.
Yeah, that's much better. It wasn't in properly.
I thought we'd sent you all the songs, but obviously we hadn't.
No, only those 3 is what we have.
Yeah, the other one we've got is Island Bay, which is a rocky little number. It's
From Auckland?
about. Have you been to Wellington?
Oh, yeah, many times. Many times. I used to work for Windy.
All right, yeah, Windy. Eh?
Back in the day, yeah, believe me, I did. And at Radio Avon.
Oh yeah.
I've done all the broken ass radio stations over the years. I really have.
Yeah.
Even worked for Radio I once upon a time, bro.
Bay. And what's the other one you don't have there? Island Bay. Oh, you don't have Freedom.
No, I don't have either of those.
Oh, right, you can come
Reggae
back and
style
talk to
song.
them.
So
Oh,
About
mate, you're going to please send it through, because, I mean,
yeah.
I'd love to be able to play that on a Wednesday night when we have our reggae show, for instance.
Oh,
you know what
awesome. Yep.
I love to be able to put a number of your songs into different categories that we have through. Every night we have a different theme night, you know what I mean? So, and including, we have you in the Monday Night Galaxy Artist because we knew we were going to be doing an interview with you. So we've been playing you in there. And, gosh, we put you into blues too. I think there's one that we put into blues.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Very
I'm pretty
diverse.
sure we did. It was diverse, I know that. I'll have to talk to Brooke and find out.
Well, that's the good thing about having a different variety of sounds is you can move it all around and you can send different songs to different radio stations.
Exactly, and at the same time you get a lot of coverage.
Yeah.
I'm interested in hearing the reggae one.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. I really, really am. I just love music, so...
That turned into a bit of a nightmare of recording, actually.
Oh no, you don't need nightmares. Woo.
Yeah, our drummer, Steve wanted the drums to be played a different way. Instead of on the 1, he wanted it on the 2.
I'm
And
sorry.
so after you've learned a song for 6 months, playing it in a certain way, and you get in a recording studio and they tell you to play it a different way, it sort of didn't quite gel. And he ended up spending hours cutting the thing apart and lining it all up. And
I understand. Believe me, I understand.
Hi, Ricky.
But having said that, I also understand from his point of view, being an engineer myself, you can see
Hi, Gear.
it could go this way rather than that way. And believe me, sometimes it's the left brain, not the right brain.
Oh, you got both.
yeah,
Anyway, let's go back to the desk.
Kiwi
Yeah,
Band,
left side of
number
the brain,
8
not the right
wireless.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 16 away from 12 o'clock and 26 degrees. You see, rebound, yep, going higher again, Thursday, November 21st. And, well, talking to Howie coming out of Wellington with the band Number 8 Wireless. Love the name, really, really love the name. And, of course, always good music being produced out of New Zealand, that's for sure. But they had to go to Australia to get it mastered anyway, produced. And, well, we won't hold that against them because listen to the sound they produce. It absolutely is fantastic. It really, really is. Howie, pleasure to meet you, my friend. We're going to have to wrap it up here. But will you and the guys come back and have a chat to us about the new stuff? I'm looking forward to the reggae.
yeah. Definitely get that. And we'll try so we can get everybody to come on, join in. So I don't like complete tool, and we'll get Gregor's gift of the gab, not me.
You know, you've done well. You've done really, really well. I can give you props for that, my friend, because believe me, it is always a pleasure to speak to somebody that, you know, sometimes is a little on edge. You know, keep them, you know, just sitting on the edge of their seat from time to time because they don't know where you're going to ask them next. And really, they don't. But having said that, I think you've done very, very well, and am looking forward to meeting not only Seb and Emily, but also Gregor, and maybe we can do a package where we can promote you guys a little more extensively. Now, if you've got, you know, sooner or later you're going to be needing merch and stuff like that, how would you like, when you get your merch in line, to pass us a few bits and pieces, maybe a couple of t-shirts, caps, whatever you're going to put together, koozies and some CDs, and we'll do a big competition here at Galaxy and keep your name rolling at our station.
Awesome, that'd be cool.
Awesome, believe me. I'm looking forward to following you guys and your careers because, believe me, I think really you have a gateway to music and you're going to be very, very successful in the very near future. I can see you guys taking out New Zealand awards in no time.
Awesome. I was watching the Vodafone Awards the other night, and really would be something I'd like to do, to get in there and
You know,
play it.
I can see you doing that. I really, really can. And as you may or may not know, I don't know whether you follow us, but we have people around the world that we have in places like the Canadian Country Music Association, the also the Grammys. We have a guy who's actually a selector for the Grammys that keeps us informed in everything that's happening, even
Okay.
sets us up with a few interviews. Also the Josie Awards, stuff like that. So we're very familiar with some of the high-end awards around the world and in New Zealand. And as I was saying to you about Beanie, we were following them about a year ago. So believe me, still looking forward to Beanie getting in touch with us. Come on, you can do it. You know you can. But
I was quite surprised when I heard her on like ZMFM and thought, yeah, just another American, and then lo and behold, it pops up in Terreo. I think, what? And then I saw her on the awards, and oh, that's her song. I was quite surprised.
It's quite hard to be able to pull something over somebody and make them think that they're from another country, especially when you're from here. So, you know, that shows the quality of what she's done, really, to be able to do that. But having said that, yeah, she's a Kiwi, and so proud to have Kiwis taking out big awards, even if it is in our own backyard.
And hearing them on the radio is the good thing too. It's a very commercial radio station, but they've got quite a few Kiwis on there. They've got the 660, and they've got Drax Project playing on it, and that's really cool.
Yep, we play all of those, including, you know, from time to time we might even throw Stan Walker at you.
Oh, don't throw him too hard, though.
Yeah, no, we won't do that. We really, really won't. But, Howie, I got to move on right now, so thank you so much for coming on and having a chat to us about, of course, Number 8 Wireless. I love that name, I do. Go and check out Number 8 Wireless, coming out of Wellington. Look at these guys. They're going to be a future of music. They really are here in New Zealand. Now, at the same time, my friend, don't go anywhere. We've got a couple of crazy things that we do after this, and we'll give you some photos and stuff like that as well to be able to show your friends and say, I don't know whether I want to do this again. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Here's the Hondel's little Honda.